That's why I can't even like say anything.
Damn, this shit sound good. Who the fuck is this? Oh, that's me. Studio fade out. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're here again, episode 6 of Futbol on Full Heel. Joined here. My name is Frankie. I'm sorry. I'm running on a slight internal lag here. And I'm here, as always, with Johnny and Andres. To my right.
Yo.
To the left, we got the producer, the guy with the keys to the studio, Donkeytron. Yeah, we're going to get right into it because it was an eventful week. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, the Champions League group stage is over. Match day 6 was this week. And like our very own Johnny predicted, upsets. A lot of hurt feelings, right? A lot of things you didn't see coming. The two big ones, I guess, Inter is out. Ajax is out. They're going to be playing in the Europa League, which leaves us with 16 squads, all of them from the big 5 leagues.
Yeah.
So that's the first time that's ever happened, by the way.
I seen some weird stat like that, too.
So now, as things stand, guys, now that we have 16 teams qualified, all from the big 5 leagues.
Yeah, this is what I wanted, Frankie. This is what I wanted.
It sets up for quite an exciting round of 16, right? The knockout stage, because any way you cut it, there's going to be a really decent matchup, right?
Arguably two decent matchups.
They're all going to be good.
Quarters,
They're all going to be good because we have 2 seeds like Real Madrid, right? Who are going to play a 1 no matter what, and it's
Dortmund and then
they can
Tottenham,
get Liverpool,
yeah,
right?
Atletico.
It's going to be really good. So my question to you guys is, surprised that Inter made and Ajax made out. Got left out at the group stage, dumped out.
Ultimately, I was just destined to be something you can't predict. I feel like
You call the upsets though.
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea making it, they got second. That's good for them. That was a weird group. One of the most exciting ones in recent times for me. That was just crazy. Valencia got the upset. A lot to talk. I don't know how I feel about that group. Besides, that was Ajax that much better than? They were the unluckiest team in the competition to get bounced out.
Yeah. I think they were. They had that play where they got 2 red cards and a penalty where Chelsea tied them 4-4.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
So that's why I feel for Ajax. But those are the 2 big teams that I guess kind of missed out. Inter and Ajax. Inter, I mean, it's their first time back in the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
Or no, they were in the Champions League last year too, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah,
they were.
I think they were. Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be wrong about
that. This is
that.
their first season with Conte.
Yeah, I don't think they were in it last year.
But it was, they crashed out. Well, they go into Europa now, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a crash out. It was a hard group. That one was always gonna thought of to be a complicated group.
With Barca.
The Barca group, yeah. So you can't be like, wow, Inter didn't do good.
Didn't they call it the group of death?
Yeah. So I mean,
I would say the real group of death though was that group with Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Ajax.
Valencia, and Ajax. Yeah.
Valencia beats Ajax at away or at home? Home, right?
I think they were at home.
And then they pass in first place, Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for that. See, that also makes for an easy draw though in the next round for a team. Not to say that Valencia won't be good, but it's like one of those.
They got really lucky.
But how Frankie said, it's all the favorites. It's interesting.
If I was to pick one team that you could almost, and you don't want to say instantly, but almost immediately want to rule out, Atalanta probably is not going to make it out, right?
Yeah.
It's their very first time in the competition, actually very first time advancing to the round of 16, so I don't think it goes beyond that for them. Nice little story there, but
First-timers.
Atalanta's probably not making it. I think debatable, right? Other than that, right? Maybe you could say Valencia and Chelsea are a little bit vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Red Bull Leipzig, they're newer to these stages. Lyon, right? I mean, Lyon plays in the weakest of the big 5 leagues. right?
Leipzig plays well. I mean, I think the odds just depends on matchups. Some teams are a little more favorable than others, depending on who gets
Anything.
I mean, what do we gotta say besides that?
What two big?
Who's the favorite? And the favorite is to me probably Liverpool. We're saying just because of play right now, but
man, excellent segue.
You never know what'll happen in from here to February. So
yeah, it's hard to predict.
That was my next question for you guys.
But I would want to. I mean, oh no, we don't know the matchups till Monday.
Monday is the draw, right? So we won't know the exact matchups till next week when we do this. But
we should do a little special something. A little special.
I want to bring up what you brought up in earlier,
groups,
Johnny.
Yeah.
Vegas, right? The bookies have Man City as the favorite, guys. Man City right now is 14 points back of Liverpool in the league. Liverpool has just won the Champions League and gone to it twice consecutively. So Johnny and I were honestly kind of taken aback to how is Liverpool not the favorite?
Yeah, how is that not?
Plus that stat you just dropped, Andres, before we went on, 55 wins, right, in the Premier League. I don't understand how Liverpool isn't the favorite in everything. I don't understand how Liverpool isn't the favorite in the Champions League, in the MLS Cup, everything. They can win it all.
That's debatable. I mean, to what? The whole past the semifinal team?
No, they're just looking undefeatable at home, and then it's like no one wants to go away at home to Liverpool.
So I guess
to play.
I feel like if you play a team with one of the top 5 players, maybe like a PSG or a Barca, that complicates things.
Hold on, 2 things with that. How is Man City, right? We said why
Liverpool. There are too many superstars on one team.
Talk about why Man City's favorite.
Because
everyone says
they have the most expensive squad.
Well, they gave up on the league now, so they gotta win.
Now they gotta win.
They're more focused, so your players are better rested.
I'd be interested.
Wait for the competition.
Do the bookies take that into account? Because I had the
feel
same
like
question.
They have to have with this one. They have to have with this one.
I don't know what the odds are for the Premier League. So then, by that logic, Liverpool has to be the favorite. Then
no, Liverpool in the
for sure.
Premier, yeah, easy. It's a big favorite
for sure. Well, I agree. I think Liverpool wins, or not wins, but is the favorite. I think they're in pole position to win it. But man, come February, it's gonna be crazy.
I mean, it's gonna be if they get past like 2 big teams right off the bat, then
more upsets.
Count them in.
More upsets,
right,
Johnny?
Will it really be crazy though if Madrid gets RB or what? Or we get
that's the thing. What's the weakest team? Leon?
Yeah,
probably.
Dude, the
Napoli?
matchups we want are gonna get some bullshit.
Napoli,
Valencia.
I mean, Napoli is up there, but
if Man City gets an easy draw, I'm gonna be like, wow.
There are no usual suspects like previous years. There are no Schalkes that make it through, right? Or
not this year. I don't feel.
The Shakhtars that make it through, right? Or
other
Cinderellas.
No, there's too many good teams now. So
yeah, everyone's gonna have to be did a line before the game because they need to be on it.
Bayern has 19 goals though in that group. That's the first time.
Here we go again.
That's the first time.
That is a record, but they also played Olympiacos and Red Star.
I mean, those are not really any decent teams.
And they're also 6-point play. Okay, fair point. Domestic.
And they killed Tottenham 7-2 in the first game they played. So
for champs, it's easy. Obviously, the favorites are like Liverpool to me and Man City, and then it's like right under them is like PSG, Juventus. And then under Barca, definitely Barca's even in the favorites. Just because they have Messi. I mean, it's...
Yeah, Messi, that's why.
Madrid is a sleeper. Like, they're right under all these other teams, but that's how I have them. I mean, Bayern's right there in the mix of those, but they're right under. I mean...
What about the team that was engineered to win the Champions League?
We're going to...
Which one?
Tottenham?
Come on, your boy, CR7.
Well, Juventus, I have them up there, yeah. Juventus, I have them right there under Liverpool and Man City.
With Barca?
Juventus, yeah, Barca.
I feel like Juve still got a lot to prove.
PSG's right there. I mean, they got a lot of time now. Yeah, Juve passed first, too, in their group. And then Atletico
over
second,
Atletico, yep. Yeah, a lot of really big clubs, a lot of...
I just don't see Liverpool dominantly beating a team like PSG in a Champions League match.
They also went to Bayern and won at Bayern last year.
More stupid shit being said. Right.
I mean,
how's these guys not gonna go over there and
I'm just saying because when
take them?
Because there's, It's a different. I don't think they've played a
PSG
team like that. When's the last time that they played a team like that though? Like
PSG is top heavy and they do no work.
Tottenham, I would
Okay,
not
look.
say Tottenham was. I think the last team they played was Barca. And Barca choked.
That's a fair point though too, because the other thing with it, I would
And
say,
besides Man City, I don't know how many. I mean, who did they beat?
look, other than Liverpool and Man City, I think the point that I think Johnny's trying to make is those are the only two teams that are like head and shoulders. You would say are favorites, right? Everybody else, again, I would say
I'm just not convinced.
Barca or Messi, right? But they don't convince. Juve's not convincing at all.
Yeah,
All of these other big teams, PSG, dude, I would.
That's why you
I
can't.
don't
say
trust
Chris-
PSG in the Champions
You
League
can't be
at
risking
all.
it all on Bayern yet. Let's wait till a little matchup. Maybe
PSG's
it's
got a nice little
Nah, you
run.
gotta wait till the draw.
Maybe
You gotta wait till
Bayern
the
gets a
draw.
little
And-
juicy matchup.
And according to you, they might have possibly the best big three in Europe in Icardi, Neymar, and Mbappe, right? But they stay choking in the Champions League. I don't
This
trust
is
that
a
team.
different era. This is Icardi, Mbappe, and Neymar.
Di
This is a
Maria,
different era.
your boy
Di Maria too, yeah.
PSG
But-
has a lot of like failed players, but I feel like now they have like identity. They just give it to the
They
front
do
three.
look-
That's an MSN right there. That's an MSN type level.
So
offense.
Chelsea, we haven't talked about Chelsea. They're in the mix. Tottenham's
Nah,
in the
I think
mix.
Chelsea's a little too green.
Tottenham's in
I
the
would
mix.
say that's fair. Chelsea's already performed higher. They've overperformed, I would say already.
Atletico,
They've been a pleasant
we're
little
talking
surprise.
About all these teams, dude.
Atletico's
It's
in a
gonna be-
transition.
It's gonna be tough and it's gonna be
I don't-
rough, and I want to go see one of those games.
I don't think João Felix carries Atletico.
No, Atletico is always going to be tough to beat, but I don't see them going through. Well, I
think
mean, again-
if Herrera comes through like the beast he is, he'll just win a game. For us.
No, we have to wait for the draw. We'll keep you guys posted on the draw next week. We'll let you know what these matchups are looking like.
We'll speculate.
I mean, it's tough to call how we
Yeah.
said it. I don't know how we decide for off of that, right? And then it takes a gap. Like the Champions League takes a gap now, so
Yeah.
it's like.
Everyone has a fair case.
Teams are gonna- But the thing to note is that Liverpool can now they have a lead on City. They can kind of rest players. Not to say they're gonna drop points, but now they're. That's what I'm saying. They visit over there. Where is it? And I don't know where it's at this year, Frankie. The World Cup, Club World Cup. I don't know.
Oh man, it's in Qatar,
Armenia,
Qatar, I
don't know.
think.
Yeah.
Dubai. It's usually somewhere like that.
But
It used to be in Japan too. Actually, I'm not sure.
Liverpool's gonna go do that, and then they gotta come Boxing Day and all this festive season football for the EPL, and then it gets wild and rowdy for the EPL at that time, right, Frankie? I'll turn on the TV on a Tuesday. There's a game, Sheffield versus
Don't
some
forget-
Watford or some crazy stuff,
Don't
right?
forget Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day. You're like, oh damn, right?
Man, we're on it tonight
It's
because
wild.
that's transitioned smoothly into the next thing I want to talk about. So, we'll keep you guys posted next week on the draws for the Champions League and kind of digest and break it down from there. But we started with the Champions League because it's the most recent, but backing up a little bit to last weekend because we always do this on a Friday. So, Liverpool last weekend beat Bournemouth 3-0. Rotating the squad and still winning, guys. Grinding out results. That's the mark of a true champion, right?
Yep.
Getting goals
Getting
from
the
people
results.
like Naby Keita, who scored.
Results.
He's like a new signing. Rarely played last.
Frankie
Rarely,
used that one. Yeah.
rarely played last season, right? And now he's come in and he's got 2 goals this week. The Ox coming in off the bench. Shaqiri scoring goals. You got Sadio Mane serving up dimes, right? Again,
Origi finishing.
Going off of what we were saying. in the-
Origi finishing like a fucking animal.
yeah, just
Like,
Keita was
like
man of
he's
the
a
match
Nelka up here. Like he's Diddy
in
Drogba.
champs and in Premier League.
yeah, Liverpool, like, to borrow a phrase from Nero here on the side earlier, they're firing on all cylinders right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're up 8 points on Leicester. Leicester's in second place. Man City won this last weekend too.
Whoa.
No. I'm sorry. What the hell am I talking about? I got the bullet point right in front of me. Manchester is red, guys. Man United beat Man
Yeah.
City
Called that one out.
2-1.
Called that
Holy
one
crap!
out.
I did not see that one coming.
Should have told
I was
me.
wrong immediately. That's why when I shared the link for the last
Nah,
week's show.
you should have gone with your stat that you gave
Yeah.
to us that you were like City. Man U has kind of good results against the top teams for some particular reason, and then you didn't. But I only went with Man U out of because you were both like City, and I was like, I'm not about to pick City for this shit.
Can't
So-
make it a clean. No, but they
But it
United
wa- it
played
was-
well. They
It
played
was
well.
what I told you. I think the takeaways from that game was that I mean, maybe we got something going on over there. Now they play. Tell me I didn't call that one. Jesse Lingard.
Yep.
He like gives them some balance. I mean, Daniel James is a must start now on the right hand side. Must start every game, and so is the McTominay. Must start. So then now everyone's figuring that Pogba just slots next to him, or like
He's
is
healthy,
that the move?
apparently.
Is that the move?
I don't
know
think so.
what it is. And now we got Rashford just on the sides now, and then Marshall in the middle.
I'm saying if you don't play Pogba, what would you do then? So
Fred, keep it Fred and McTominay.
Fred,
you would not bench
but,
Pogba.
yeah.
Why would you bench Pogba?
But they need to play all three.
Mm.
That's what we're saying.
That's where it gets
Play all
tricky
three.
because this is their best formation because
Juan Basaka had a good game.
You're adding a world class talent. In Pogba.
can we agree that this version of United is only really a great counter-attacking team? Pogba's their most creative player. They're not going to pass you to death.
Yeah,
right?
we already called this too.
That's
but
how they beat.
He'll just do the
That's how they beat City. They were
playmaker. He'll be a
organized in
good
the back. They
playmaker in the back.
defended well, and they were lethal on the counter. Lethal, fast as hell. Like you said, James is you have to play.
But
him.
I told you, dude, it's because City's defense is vulnerable. There's spots where you get to them, and like it's gonna be open back there against City. Tell me in the Champions they won't get upset, and then
You're
on
right.
a team like BVD, these young mids,
It's a good point.
it's coming up hard on them right now.
It's a
So
good
it's gonna
point.
be a
If
a
United,
dicey
you're right.
season.
If United carved them up, that's a very good point.
It's gonna be a dicey season, so we'll see.
Last question I have for you guys in regards to the Premier League. I don't really want to talk about City because they won too, but wow, man, what the hell am I talking
Skipping
about?
a lot of stuff. over here.
Well, Leicester's in
Yeah.
second place right now, and they're 8 points back. Man City's in third, and they're 14 points back.
EPL standings, yeah. But
Can Leicester maintain? And let me take it a step further. Can they actually challenge? Because they're really, at this point right now, to say they're the only ones within a distance,
yeah,
right? Because we were just talking
exactly.
about
the table.
margins that were overturned. Last year, it was 8 points, but
Liverpool is 15-1. They've tied one game and won 15.
and you know who they tied against, right? United.
Yeah, there you go.
Man United. That's crazy.
At Old Trafford, yeah.
How's United in fifth again? That's crazy to me.
Wolves
because they
in
lose
sixth.
against really bad teams, but they beat the best. So
And
Those kind of teams always
Arsenal
make-
plays Man City this week.
And that's what's not surprising. Arsenal, guys, 9th. They tied to West Ham on the weekend, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's to be expected, I feel like.
Or am I thinking backwards?
They tied to
yeah, man.
Oh, no, they played on Monday. Who did they play on
the
Monday?
Hammers, West Ham.
Oh, it was West Ham on Monday,
The
right?
Hammers, yeah.
And they tied. Yeah, it was 2-2.
2-2,
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you it would be a thrilling match for the ages. Clash of the Titans, that one.
I think Leicester.
Sarcastically.
Didn't fail to deliver.
I think Leicester's gonna give Liverpool a really tight race.
Nah, well, I mean,
Really tight? What's your
And-
definition?
I mean, I
That's
think
gonna be that. You
I-
know why? Because I think I would actually see Leicester beating
Man.
Liverpool when they play.
Sorry,
Well,
guys.
that would be good, but
I'm out of it today. Arsenal actually beat West Ham 3-1. Remember that?
Oh.
I remember now that Nicolas Pepe golazo, right?
nah, I
that we
don't
were talking
remember
about.
it then. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-1. So that
Fake
actually
news.
was
Fake news, everybody.
Freddie-
I've been drinking.
Freddie Youngberg's his first win, right? That's his first win as Arsenal manager.
First away win, Andres wanted to bring up. I can't remember the stat.
Yeah, his first win, and they bring their
Being down at
their
half.
winless streak. But I mean, they're down in 9th place. I don't really think there's much to talk about in that team. They're just not very quality. They don't have a whole lot of quality, especially in defense.
I think if you're talking about defense in the Premier League, it's still Leicester City. They have like
Who's their
Oh.
defense then?
Sankoyu,
Man, I'll give you
Yeah,
credit,
I
man.
know.
You go
This
from
guy, Chilwell.
hot take to hot take.
Chilwell.
You went from holding on to Man
Mhm.
City, and now you're gonna tell me Leicester City. They got some nice little
Yeah.
players. Jamie Vardy's on a nice streak.
They have the second best defense.
I think he's
if
got-
not the best defense in the Premier League.
That's actually
and they scored the
okay.
most next to past Man
he
City.
came with the stats. Okay, that's good, but
Yeah, but
And they
I
have
don't know.
Vardy who scored what,
I would say
7 goals in 7 games.
I would argue they're overperforming though, right? At some point they
Nah,
got to
I
regress.
don't think they're overperforming.
They do have two solid fullbacks.
they weren't projected top 4, probably top 8 at best.
And this is like Man City's not gonna fuck
I'm
it.
saying they're gonna give
Leicester.
Liverpool. Okay, watch the Leicester City Liverpool game and then we'll see what happens. But
They
I
already
think
beat
Leicester-
Leicester.
You should watch the Leicester Man City game first because If Man City beats Leicester, then they're doing us the favor, and it turns into the race. I'm telling you, the league is settled, bro. Get that over your head, because
Man City was
get that over your head. Yes, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm telling you, it's gonna turn into one of those leagues where, like, all the teams from even 2 to like 8, you can argue is like they're gonna take points away from each other. Even if you want more, 3 to 5, 3 to 6, you know, but even City, that argument we had about City being their closest competition is done for too. That means Liverpool has to lose like what 5 games for them to make up 14 points. How many games they gotta lose? 4, 12. That's you know they gotta lose like 5.
I don't see them losing 3.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like. We'll see. The second half of the calendar will tell. The second half of the calendar will tell.
A crucial, like we started at this segment with. It's a crucial time, right? We have the Christmas period in England. There's no break, right? Johnny's talking about. There's matches on a Tuesday. We got Boxing Day. Liverpool's got to play the Club World Cup. They've got the Carabao Cup. Those 2 competitions in the span of like a day, right? They're sending 2 different teams to those competitions.
It was made a big deal, yeah.
The Bundesliga in Spain, they go on break at the end of the month, but not in England. So this is I would say at the end of the month we'll have a pretty good idea of who comes out on top, because again you brought up the really good point, and I'll give it. It was a weird year, but it was like the most Arsenal thing ever. Arsenal gave up a 12-point lead after the winter break, right? But what's more Arsenal than that, right? This Liverpool team is not like that Arsenal team. Right.
No, not they're not.
Yeah, I can't believe you're comparing.
And they're on the high now. Klopp just renewed till 2024.
Dude,
Milner
what is that about? Yeah, is he savoring in the moment? Is this a statement?
It's a match made in heaven.
Is this a statement? Right now is the moment to do it? In between all this?
He's already won the Champions League.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
This is the year.
I love it.
This is the year in Merseyside.
There's nothing but positive energy, and that's how you win the games, with just your players coming in and getting the results. And you just win. That's how City won their titles too. I mean, how many times City, when they won their title, not every game I turn it on, City's already up like 2-0, 1 like Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool gets the jump early too. I mean, it makes you like the games don't feel as tired.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, games don't feel as tired, and you just feel good. And
that's how Barca used to win. I used to remember watching
Liverpool
that 2010 and 2011.
But yeah, we do have to tread lightly, because like we've said before on this too, is they're just an injury or 2 away from getting derailed. Right? Can you imagine Alexander-Arnold going down?
Yeah.
But they rested a bunch of players, and everyone
or Van Dijk going down. Jeez.
Oh, with defenders, yeah.
I kind of can see it going down. No, not to even predict random stuff happening, but. If like Ox will fill in on the sides, dude. We got mad players.
Ox has come back, scoring. Keita's come back, scoring. Shaqiri played the other day, scored. Origi comes in, scores. Wijnaldum scores. Henderson scored against City, right? No, it wasn't. It was Henderson, right?
Against Chelsea, I thought.
Against Chelsea, you're right. He did score. Yeah, you're right.
Fabinho,
Golasso, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Van Dijk scored 2 headers recently in a game.
Yeah, right? Everyone attacks. Everyone.
Laverne's been scoring.
And that's the thing. That it's been a little bit unsettling, but they've had a couple clean sheets recently. They had the clean sheet in the week and at the league. I think that was their first 2 consecutive clean sheets in a while. But it looks like they're tightening up back there, too.
I feel like if you just attack them as fast as they attack you, like Salzburg did, maybe like in the first 20 minutes, they could have, been in trouble. They could have been down already, 1-0.
Well, going back to what you said, when we would watch those Barcelona teams, where they almost have this air of.
Well, yeah, they walk in and they score the first 2 goals,
not necessarily superiority or that they're. They
scare teams though.
Yeah, man, it's just like I watch them, right, and even when you see them playing bad, they're still playing better.
I don't get how they play. They're already up in scoring positions. I'm like, oh crap, and then. Robinson's whipping it from side to side. I'm barely getting to see the play, and they already did this crazy development. All this, the freaking Sané masterclass at Everton, that was just football 101. How to put in passes in behind the defenses.
Oh, Mane,
break them, right?
Yeah,
Mane be breaking all the defenses, and then he's just like, we're in, pass it in. Yeah, Liverpool's crazy right now, and I don't like. They're doing it without, I don't know, their weakness is just a 10. I guess that's their something if we're saying they're lacking is a one player to. I mean, Salah is that. Mane is quick. He's on the counters, but
I'd say if you
they have everything.
If you match their intensity or you have a superstar player, then yeah, you can break them.
But
Yeah, no,
then when the problem is that at the back you got this monster that you call
And
Virgil van Dijk,
Yeah, he's a monster.
who just he makes the whole back line just feel confident. And now Liverpool's mastered this new move that they do passes from the defense to the forwards, and they're just scoring every game now.
Crossfield, mind you. Completely
no, even
crossfield.
that one too now. But from the defense to the forwards, the Origi goals,
breaking the lines.
and then the Laverne pass, to Ox. Ox had a goal like that.
Oh yeah.
It's been a bunch, and then they're coming from everywhere, and you're like, damn, Fabinho's out, no problem. I'm just like, every day is Mary at the Mary side, right? For Liverpool, every day
Fabinho
is
has
Mary.
missed the last couple games. Yeah.
So their stat is what, 31 undefeated at home. Like they had the
More than
winning.
32.
They had a win streak too of like 14, 13 games in the league.
Impressive.
I don't get. They're not losing, and I don't know. This is from the beginning of the season, people. Since what summer? Since summer to now, Liverpool has lost one game.
No, not even.
To Napoli, one game.
Oh, from summer and then two this entire
That's what I'm
calendar
saying.
year.
That's what I'm saying.
Two in all of 2019 so far. That's crazy. We're 11 and a half months into the year. They've lost 2 matches.
Who's
Insane.
the other one too?
Man City.
That was this year.
Yeah,
I
this
was
year,
saying
but
last
last
year.
season. This year, but last season. Oh, this season, yeah.
But that's a crazy stat. Andres brought it up too, because he's just like, are they just? I don't know. It's hard to describe.
They
this
have
team
a like
besides
era
incredible.
Barca 2010, 11. At this rate,
We'll kind of wrap up with the Premier League at the end when we make our picks for this weekend, because there's really only one really important game that we'll talk about, and I guess you could argue about whether it's important or not.
I mean,
but moving on to briefly Serie A. I didn't call it upset, but I said I saw Lazio tying. Lazio beat Juventus. Inter won, and now Inter is in first place, guys, in Serie A. They're on the top in Italy.
Inter lost, I think, didn't they?
In the Champions, but they beat.
Oh, they did win. Yeah,
they won. Yeah, they're up in the.
damn.
By 1 point, right?
2 points.
Well, I did say Milan could challenge, but I mean it's still early. They're basically on par with you.
Well, that's cool.
So can they? I guess my brief question to you guys for here is: can they sustain this? Can Inter actually break the 8-year dominance of Juventus at the top of Serie A?
I think so. I think they have the best shot.
Is Conte just the magician in Serie A? Or
No,
what?
I just think Juventus has a weird mix of midfielders that really don't mesh together.
I mean,
no true identity. You really just have like Dybala and Higuain up top and CR7.
they're not playing sorry ball yet.
I don't think they understand the system or don't have the players for it.
He's playing Bernardeschi in like the 10.
Yeah, I don't
And
think they have the
Dybala
players
and
for what
it's-
he's trying to do.
He's
He
not
needs to
playing
play
Mandzukic.
Cuadrado. Yeah. Juve needs to buy James, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced by the midfield. And then Inter Milan has really more of a team, kind of like a Atletico of La Liga, but I think Conte really just inspires them. Even Lukaku and Lautaro
Lukaku
play
and
well.
Lautaro are on a crazy tear
And
right now.
They might just get Giroud, super sub,
Yeah.
right?
We'll save that. Hold those two because we want to briefly talk about some potential transfers
rumor mill.
later.
And some transfers.
But yeah, it looks like, guys, finally, in the years past, it looked like for a while maybe Roma could challenge, and then they kind of faded away, and then it looked like maybe Napoli the last 2 seasons could challenge, and now they're starting to fade away. But now it looks like Inter could finally do it after years of straight mediocrity and missing the Champions League and shambles.
Even Lazio, bro. Lazio hasn't lost the last 5 games.
Actually, yeah, they're in really good
They
form.
just beat them.
They're in third place.
Juventus kind of mad. They were like, we're gonna get revenge on them Supercopa, but
Actually, now that you mention it, Lazio, if you look at their top or their attacking players, man, they're pretty scary. You take Immobile, who's on a tear right now too. He's scoring at like Lewandowski like rates right now.
Yeah.
They've got that number 10. What's his name? Luis Alberto, I think. I don't know if he's Spanish or Brazilian, but he's got the most assists in the big 5 leagues right now. Milinkovic Savic, right, is really good. And they have some Argentine kid. Oh man, I forget what
They
his
also
last
have a
name.
good coach in Inzaghi.
Yeah, no, they're legit too. But I mean, Juventus
They're
has
only
been
1 point
so
behind
dominant,
Juventus.
and they just have so
Or
much
3
more
points.
talent on paper. But if you watch their games, and I get to watch them because they're on ESPN Plus for $5 a month. But Juve looks not good right now. They don't look like a whole lot of everything. Last weekend they got an early goal, or they got the goal from Dybala, quick play and creating a nice little tap in for CR7, and then Higuain got a goal late on.
They're still a wild card though.
Yeah,
in the
I still
Champions
got
League.
Juve all day.
In the champs.
They're really like a wild card. I mean, they could just be in a slump right now, and they could just go on a tear.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
only 2 points,
Next
right?
game,
Yeah.
next game, CR7 hat trick.
So if they get it
can
clicking, I
already
mean,
see
yeah,
it.
favorites. But right now, if they're in this form, Inter Milan takes it. I'd say.
All right, guys, and then
CR7 hat trick next game for sure.
we'll see. It doesn't look like he's still 100%. He's getting healthier, but he's still not at 100.
It's the headband, and I just want to say Juve. I mean, it's still close. That's still gonna come down to like some other games. But Italian league, I don't know,
It's only-
popping. I guess Lazio
Yeah,
Yeah, we were
beat
just
Juve.
talking about that.
Yeah,
mad goals now. They're actually scoring a
Roma,
lot.
Cagliari. Where's it?
Cagliari, yeah.
Atalanta. I think Napoli, right? That's why they fired this guy. Talk about
Ancelotti,
that. Yeah,
Ancelotti
talk
just
about
got
that.
Fired. Ancelotti
That's
got
what we
them.
gotta talk about right there, son.
He's in the next round of the Champions League. Gets fired the next day.
Fire the next day. They said, fired. You're fired.
Things
How
have
did
been
they
going-
say it, Rafa? You're fired. Like
You're fired.
like nah, I thought like the penguin. Nah. You're fired. No, it's always sunny, but whatever. But
Danny DeVito.
that was a weird, that was a weird thing. The Napoli thing, I guess they gotta focus on the champions because they're done in the league. How much are they off?
They're in 7th place.
They're off by 10 points.
17 points off
Damn.
the pace, man. Holy
So,
crap. Yeah, that's sinking.
I could
That
see that
ship
one.
is sinking fast.
Ancelotti's probably argument is he was trying to win the champions. He's like, come on, I got you through.
Yeah, honestly.
He was probably like,
He's had more success in that competition than anything else.
he was probably like,
Moving on to La Liga.
La Liga. Yeah, let's see what's popping in La Liga.
Things stay the same there. Real Madrid.
Big game
and
coming up. Big game
Yeah.
coming up. Big games coming up.
Real Madrid and
Gonna-
Barcelona both won this past weekend. Madrid won 2-1. At I believe
Tied
it
at
was,
the top, boy. Tied at the top. 34-34.
and Barcelona beat Mallorca 5-2
This is setting up to be a classic, Frankie.
with the Messi hat trick. All 3 golazos,
I
just
want-
fresh off of his 6th Ballon d'Or win. Just magic from the GOAT. Just a masterclass from
Messi's the
Messi.
GOAT.
I want to see you with the Santa Claus hat,
And like Johnny's alluding to,
The next one.
Frankie.
the Clásico this Wednesday rescheduled for match day 10. It was supposed to happen at the end of October. But it's
By
happening.
Christmas, the weekend
16th,
before
you mean?
Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah.
The 18th, Wednesday.
It's happening the 18th this Wednesday.
Same time as the Liverpool game against Monterrey if
in
they
the
win.
Club World Cup. But who you guys got leading up to it? Both
Yeah, I
teams are
wanna
coming
hear
in off
this
a
one.
win. Both teams are coming in off of progressing in the Champions League. Both teams played their B teams in the Champions League and won. I don't know.
I think Barca takes it.
Here's my take.
Where is it at? At Barca? Yeah, is it
It's
Barca?
it's at the Camp Nou. Barca plays significantly better at home than they do away. But here's the other thing, and we talked about this briefly during the week. Rakitic has now started the last 4 games, all 4 victories. Valverde was talking about that he's earned his place in the starting 11, which I don't know how he didn't earn it before the season started, right?
Yeah, he's their best.
But I think if he starts, I think they got it, boys. I think there's no way that – I mean, there's some way, right? Because Barcelona's suspect on defense sometimes. And I don't know if you saw this, but in the Champions League, Valverde experimented with a back 3. He played Umtiti, Lenglet, and the other French kid, the 19-year-old French kid, Todibo. He played 3 center backs with that right back Wage and Firpo as wing backs. And they didn't look too comfortable in it. They still won, right, against Inter. Maybe it was to counter the Conte system,
Still
right? 'Cause
gonna
that's
work.
how Conte plays.
Yeah, I think that's more to counter.
Though-
But I think Barcelona plays. I think they win. I think they play well. I think they win.
I think they got Messi and they win. That's
Yeah,
their
I think
advantage.
Messi is
Messi.
in
That's their
ridiculous
advantage.
form right now.
I can't see a bunch of kids showing up Messi on the Clásico at home.
Rodrigo? I don't think Rodrigo.
Yeah, I
shows
can't.
up.
Yeah, I mean,
Modric is
if they
back to
do it, it'll
starting
be
and
a
playing
big
well.
day. Yeah, it'll make me eat my words, but I mean, it's gonna be.
Varane and Ramos.
I just don't think at Camp Nou Messi loses. It's his home turf.
Lo más seguro es una pinche tie.
Suarez is in good form right now too. Just scored the best goal of his career according to him.
I'll be excited with a 2-2 tie, some goals. I mean, I
Yeah,
just
if
want
you
to
some
see.
goals, like maybe a 4-3.
Yeah, I
would
want
love
to
a
see.
4-3,
Yeah,
you know?
I want to see some action.
Does
I
the
want
team
to see.
separate themselves at the top though?
Yeah, they
Not
do.
really. Not. It's not. It won't maybe determine the rate. It can
No,
come
it's too
back.
soon,
Yeah,
because-
but
Oh no, not the Rays.
Not
it's
the race,
exciting.
but-
It's exciting. It's an exciting game coming up. But Hazard's out. Marcelo's out. I heard, and so is a
Yeah,
lot of players.
Madrid's heavily injured.
So
so-
Isco's
So
out.
the kids got to play.
Yeah, Rodrigo's gonna have to play. Vinicius is gonna have to play, and Benzema.
And Valverde.
Yeah, character.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
Zidane's saying that he's gonna have Valverde just man mark Messi the whole game.
We'll see how that goes.
is
for
the
that.
I'll ask the
Feel bad for that
question.
kid.
I know.
Cause they remember how they tried to do that with Casemiro, and Casemiro ended up like fucking karate chopping him.
Yeah, then he should have got a red card, but he didn't.
So that's what
Yeah.
happened the last time someone man marked Messi. Is someone.
And then
like
Messi got mad, and then
Yeah,
scored.
you don't man mark Messi. That's why. It's because you get shitted on. I feel like.
yeah, ask anybody. Six
Yo,
Ballon
Maggie.
d'Or.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So they're just gonna have to figure out how to beat that, but I don't think Messi
But-
at the Camp Nou right now is gonna lose.
So yeah, if you guys are free on Wednesday, can watch it. Easily one of the top matches of the year. Definitely the match of the year
I
in
mean,
Spain.
Small observation is Madrid has 4 draws and 1 loss, and Barca has 1 loss, or 3 losses, 1 draw. So they're tied
Yeah.
on points though. So I mean, I'm telling you, Zidane has kept the team there.
Barca's lost
I
more
mean,
games.
what else can he do, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
lost.
were like he had a worse team, and I'm like, damn, for the team that he had, I thought he's doing good.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
With 1 loss, yeah.
he's confident right now. He said that if they draw Liverpool in the Champions League, they'll beat them.
but it's a lot of drama going on
Shocking.
over there. Bale,
that's the
what's
type of
going on
energy
with
you
Bale?
need.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's going on with Bale? What's going on with like
Thomas.
Well, since you bring it up,
James? Yeah,
since you bring it
Modric.
up, the last thing I want to talk about is we're getting really close to January. And for those of you guys who don't know, there are 2 transfer windows in European soccer. In the summer window, where you can buy players up until the beginning to mid, or depending on the league, right?
It's like EPL is like the first day, I think.
yeah, the first match of the season. So usually at the end of
La
August,
Liga is like 2 weeks later.
you can buy players from June 1st to the end of August, and then in the winter from January 1st to the end of January. So usually you don't see huge moves being made middle of the season, right? Because there isn't a whole bunch of money to be moved around, and there aren't a whole bunch of big players available. But as you guys were already alluding to, we've got some big names that may be on the move, right? Bale has been clearly wanting to leave Madrid for over a year now. They didn't let him go. It didn't happen. There's been a lot of controversy about him preferring to play golf and play for his national team, right, than actually playing for Madrid. James, for all his talent and his skill, can't get a game. Isco, same. For all his talent and skill, can't get a game. We're talking big names that could potentially move, right? We read about Haaland, right? The young promising striker who scored all those goals in the group stage of the Champions League from Salzburg, right? He's talking to teams in Germany, all kinds of stuff. Jadon Sancho, right, is the other big one we're talking about. He might go back home to England and play for one of the big clubs, either Chelsea, United, or Liverpool. Those are the ones that are mentioned the most. This promising young Japanese player, Minamino, apparently has been bought out by Liverpool too from Salzburg. So there's already, I would say, more movement than usual. Oh, Chelsea, right? We didn't even mention. I don't think we mentioned it last week, but they beat their transfer ban.
Yep.
They were initially banned for 2 windows. It was reduced to just the one that's already passed. So
They
a
got money
team
to spend.
that's already
Yeah, good
overachieved
observation.
with young players can now buy some too and reinforce. So it's gonna be
Where
interesting.
do they have to reinforce? That's the real
Defense,
question that I'll
center back.
ask you
Yeah,
guys.
center
yeah.
back.
They gotta get top.
Center
So
back.
who do they get? Because apparently you were saying freaking Sancho. Get out of my
It's-
face with
Every
that.
every big team in England is linked with Sancho right now. He used to play at Man City. I wouldn't rule him out returning to Man City, but Man City would probably be the least likely because they've already got so many players that play his position, right? Who goes? Mahrez, Sané,
I think
Sterling.
I'm just yelling out wild stuff. I'm like, City will be good to sign a player like.
They need a center back
They
too.
need City need like
A lot of
more
teams need a
attacking
center
too,
back.
though.
A lot of teams need a center back.
But no one comes to mind though. I mean, there's probably a lot of ones that I don't know, but only the Napoli one and maybe who else comes to mind?
I would
don't
say
know.
all the big teams in England need a center back.
No, but I'm saying that who will they get?
I don't. Koulibaly.
That's the
from
only
Napoli.
one I said. That's
But
the
I don't
only
think he'll go in January either.
Evil is probably AC Milan, but I mean,
And that's like a
De
loan or De Ligt. De Ligt's finally starting to get some game time.
Dude,
And
City still has injuries. We didn't even talk about their accumulating injuries, dude.
their depth or lack thereof.
It's
Aguero's
getting
still out.
tested. There's a lot at stake for Pep that we haven't mentioned, but I just feel like
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get it anyway.
Well, that's why they need a center back too. But again, I don't even know who they would jump in and get at this point, right? We were reading even crazier stuff where, of all people, Jonathan Dos Santos revealed that apparently Carlos Vela's got an offer from Barcelona.
yeah, wild stuff now.
Yeah,
Wild
but
stuff.
I don't think he.
Right?
that's
I don't
real.
see. I
think
don't.
that's-
Yeah, I don't know where he gets a game where the Ansu Fati and Perez now.
Yeah,
Perez
they're
is
gonna
playing
yeah.
too.
Back up to Suarez.
Yeah,
maybe third
I
backup.
mean, as much as I'd love to see another Mexican in Barcelona, I don't really see that making sense for anybody.
Maybe if they want Copa reinforcement, then yeah.
For anybody, because it would be a short loan. He'd come back to LA,
Yeah, he would play Copa games. That's really all.
but
he
that's the
would play.
thing. And then I don't think it would make sense for anybody because he'd come back to LAFC a third of the way into the MLS
Yeah, it doesn't
season,
make any sense.
and he's a big part of the way that they play. It doesn't make sense for anybody, I think. But you never know. Crazier shit has happened.
Was
right?
no party, bro.
We're saying,
Las fiestas de España or what?
imagine
I heard there's vampires in Mallorca. That's what I heard.
we can neither confirm nor deny. I don't know. Maybe if anybody's been to Mallorca, you guys could tell us.
But it's gonna be a good holiday game
Oh.
before the holidays. The Barca. I'll take who we got. Let's
Hold on,
take
hold
picks
hold
on that game.
That's the other one, the one I sent you guys today, Giroud. There's rumors of Giroud going to Inter in
He
January.
loves Giroud. Yeah,
Giroud is a star. Proven.
That's me all day
World
on the
Cup
field.
winner, bro. World Cup winner. Are you
I
kidding
played
me?
the Giroud on the
Europa
field.
League champion.
Star.
over here.
Star.
Europa League, right?
Yeah, all he does is get females and score goals.
Apologize to his wife on Instagram.
But yeah, no, I don't. It's again. We got a couple weeks till January, but those potentially.
Well, that sounds really real because Chelsea has too many attacking people that they're not gonna be using Giroud in any time in the future.
But then they don't have another striking option to Tammy Abraham.
I thought they did. The other black guy, my boy, Biyaki, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Batshuayi. I forgot
Yeah.
Batshuayi's there. Yeah,
Come on, cuz.
Batshuayi.
And then they still got
You got that connection with Pulisic.
yeah, they still got him.
Gorman.
And I mean, William is there, and then
Yeah, they
Pulisic, Mason Mount.
I feel like if they just shore up
And
their
then
defense.
Pedro
like,
getting no games.
Pedro's there too. You see,
Pedro's even
You're
saying that
proving
he's
my
like, I would
point.
welcome,
you're proving my point.
a move back to Barca.
Yeah.
So maybe a Pedro comes back to Barca.
And then is this guy still in the middle, Jorginho?
Yeah,
Beast. He's been beast.
yeah. He's actually
up.
got. He's
Him
actually
and
making
Conte.
forward passes this year.
Yeah, him and Conte.
He had an
fucking
insane
shit
amount
up.
of passes last year. I think he broke the Premier League record for most passes completed, but they were all sideward backwards passes. Nothing forward. No types of assists. He's already got like 3 or 4 assists, which is way more than he had last year. So, no, yeah, Chelsea's definitely going to finish top 4. And now that they can sign players,
Ooh,
if they can make-
Frankie.
if they can make a good signing, I don't see them buying another center back though. They just re-signed that their young the guy from the academy, Tomori. They just
Yeah,
signed
he's
him.
pretty good.
Um,
They got
But they have to. I thought
got
that's what
Reece
you
James.
said.
I think, but
I
I think
I thought that's what you
that's
said.
I think
that
that's
they
where all
have to.
Premier League except Liverpool, all the big teams are weak at center back. Man City desperately needs a center back. United next to I don't know. You could argue
Yeah, Maguire
United.
hasn't been. I mean, not that can't be great, but
I
he's
think
not a finished anything right now.
I think Lindelof is an okay player, but not what they need.
Lindelof
Not for like a team like United, you know. Arsenal desperately. Oh my God, Arsenal needs center back so bad.
They need
So bad.
They need world class center
So
backs.
bad. They're starting Luis and Mustafi.
But they're not.
Oh
gonna get
my
nothing
God.
soon.
That's so bad. And
They're still a
Socrates,
project, bro.
Socrates. Oh, they're so
I
bad.
think their next coach is gonna try to get like youth players because I think that's what everyone in
Dude,
the league is
Arsenal
doing.
just hurts so bad because Lacazette and Aubameyang do not deserve
It's
that.
just a really thin market though for like center backs that everyone's like we're just gonna have to bring up people from our academy and just hope everyone clicks. Because I mean, something like that is working at Chelsea. Get a
I
bad
think
coach.
yeah.
But yeah, guys, exciting time of the year, right? Not just the holidays, but yeah,
Yeah.
crucial, congested fixtures. In England, we've got the Champions League draw on Monday, right? So football all through the holidays, and
We should do something special, dude. For what? What do you want to do?
I don't know. We'll do our episode
Toss
next
it in
week.
the air. Toss it in the air.
Toss it in the air.
Toss some bets on that Madrid, Barcelona, or on that
Here we go, though.
Monterrey.
The last segment, guys. Picks. Our picks for this weekend. I narrowed it down to 5 of what I thought were the big games because other than that, there isn't really a whole lot to talk about as far as big games. But this weekend in La Liga, Barcelona plays Sociedad. Sociedad, I believe, is in 4th place.
They're doing decent. Yeah.
And only,
Is that
6 or 7
Xavi
points.
coaching them? Who's coaching them? Is he in the
Xabi
minor?
Alonso, no. Xabi
He's in
Alonso.
the minor league.
Yeah,
there?
he coaches their youth team.
I love it. He's gonna coach them, dude.
I
I heard about that one. I heard about that.
Who you got?
There.
Sociedad has been playing well.
No, I got Barca winning.
Barcelona, bro.
Barcelona
not a
over
question.
Sociedad.
They're just prepping for Madrid.
You don't got your boy Odegaard, Andres, with a couple assists?
Nah, I mean he'll probably give him a little bit of trouble, but you're going against Messi, bro. I mean Messi is not gonna get shown up by Odegaard.
They have some enticing players. I know. I like Canales. Is that where he's at?
Yeah.
No.
No, Canales is at Betis now.
Oh, Betis
he used
now.
to be. He
That's
was
where
yeah.
he came from. Then I'm blanking out. Then now on Sociedad. Who else they have?
I mean they had a good Champions result. They're
Odegaard.
just gonna build on
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
good.
promising Spanish winger. What's his name?
Everyone's rested.
Oyarzabal.
Everyone's
Oyarzabal.
rested. It's just another match day. Barca takes it
I mean,
2-0.
I think they'll be focused on their game midweek.
He said 2-0. All
Yeah,
right.
2-0.
Oh, they'll be focused on the
That-
Clásico?
Yeah, they should still win though, easy.
All right. Since you brought it up,
2-0.
Real Madrid plays Valencia. Valencia
Good.
Um,
See, that makes it better for Barca.
in 8th place in La Liga right now, but they've been playing better, and they're coming fresh off of that important win in the Champions League to qualify for the next round. Who you got?
I'll take Valencia.
Valencia over Real?
I feel like historically, Zidane has even struggled against some of these Valencia teams. Just going to, are they at Mestalla or they're at home? Because over there is a motherfucker to play at for
No Mestalla.
for Madrid. Yeah, gets feisty. Right? Look up the matches
They are playing in
just for that league. Yeah, yeah. Better than Frankie.
Yeah, they're playing at Mestalla. Yep,
See?
they're playing in Valencia.
So you can't imagine that's an easy trip, you know?
Nope.
They're gonna get their shit yelled at them, some lighters thrown, maybe some slurs. I don't know, you know.
Just another weekend.
Yeah, that's actually one of the
They-
that's actually one of the harder games to. I mean, not that. I mean, it's a hard game to go play, right?
Yeah.
I think historically,
Wait,
and
is
just
Barca at the Camp Nou as well?
yeah, no Madrid, because it's their game they gotta make up.
Be away.
Because then I think it's Doneta, right? The Doneta Stadium is pretty hard for Barca
Doneta,
historically as well.
It is actually. Sociedad has tripped up Barcelona.
Yeah,
Have-
with
but-
when
Like
Vela
Don-
was there.
Dano,
Yeah, when Vela was
Doneta.
there, like more recently.
But it's still a hard stadium for Barca. I mean, I could see it.
Yeah, no, Barca's away.
I mean, no, I still have them 2-0, 2-0.
That's a good point, Andres. Barcelona have won just 2 of their last 9 away games in La Liga against Sociedad.
Yeah, they have a tricky time. with
Johnny,
that.
what Johnny was alluding to too. Yeah, no, that's been a trap game for them, so it should be interesting.
I think Messi has a hat trick and he
Another
just-
one. Another one.
His seventh
I just
Ballon
like-
d'Or?
I
Is
just-
that
I just-
too crazy to think?
I just like saying Messi will have a hat trick.
Dude, if he wins a 7th, it's gonna be. It has to be this one. You know.
Yeah, it
He's-
has to
he's
be
getting
this one.
older.
Nah,
He's
dude, he
10
can still
10
win
goals.
later.
He has 10 goals in 10 games. He's like already 4th in Pichichi. Or first, no, isn't he? I think.
Dude, yeah, no, he has, and he missed like.
He's at the Pichichi like leader right
Yeah,
now.
he's got I think 14 goals.
He missed
People
the
are
first
gonna
four
have to
games.
Yeah.
see. People are gonna have to see Messi's name for an eternity, and he's just gonna be like,
I'm gonna have to do it to him.
He's like Messi was the best.
So Johnny has
statistical
Valencia.
player.
You had Valencia too?
I'll take Valencia
Oh, I
for
take
10.
Madrid.
Madrid, all right.
Yeah.
And then you have Barca. Both of you guys have Barca?
I'll
Yeah.
take Barca, yes.
At away? All right.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
For Barca.
All right. I take Valencia at home. Fuck Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know. I'm weary of Barcelona's away form. And they've been known that trap game.
What do you got?
Let's make it a
clean.
clean.
Valverde.
Let's make it a clean sweep. I'll go with Barca away. They're just Messi. You said it earlier. Maybe not this week or 2 weeks ago, Andres. He's just in scary form right now. Scary, like
No,
Free
he's
kicks,
definitely-
lethal.
single-handedly taking games, like it.
I mean, he
and
definitely
deciding them.
came back and got right into the conversation.
Single-handedly keeping Ernesto Valverde in a job. Like honestly,
They can't fire him when you're winning games, and Messi's just like, I'm not gonna lose a game anymore.
all right. And then the last one in La Liga. This is another intriguing one. Villarreal versus Sevilla.
To me, that's not very intriguing.
No.
To be honest.
Are you kidding me? That's two of the bigger. That's come on.
I mean,
that's Big Six in.
I can't find the games on the TV. Frankly, what you mean?
It's on Bein Sport, bro. Get the sling.
Get the sling,
I need
bro.
to be getting paid for these plugs, man.
I'm too poor, man, to be getting that shit.
$10 a month, right?
It's like for the package that I got, it's even cheaper, man. It's just I just get Bein and TV Azteca, just the soccer ones.
Sevilla's been doing better.
cheaper than
I'll
$10
take
bucks?
Sevilla.
I think it's right around $10.
Oh, okay.
Sevilla's been doing better. I'll take Sevilla for 10.
Sevilla over Villarreal. I'll agree. Yeah, I'll take Sevilla there. Now, the last two I got for you guys, City versus Arsenal. That's the big one in the Premier League this weekend. City is obviously on a little bit of a skid. Arsenal's been on a skid for, some would say, 14 years. So who do you got?
14 years? Yeah, I think those 14 years you gotta keep them counting because I don't see anything exciting about Arsenal. I think some of their players are also injured.
That's what's so frustrating. Attacking, they're exciting.
Yeah, but they have a couple players injured.
You could see Ozil just feeding these two strikers, Lacazette and Aubameyang, all day, but it just doesn't happen.
I think City have a little bit more in just their regular players that are, even if Phil Foden comes in, that's still a plus. He'll probably shred that midfield by himself.
Man, it's what it's so
Javier
hard.
Jesus is scoring. I take City easy.
It's so hard for me to
I
pick
can't
Arsenal to
believe
win.
this kid's still saying City easy. I feel like
No
City,
Stones.
City has proven that they're giving up at the back. Like Arsenal, fine to go. I will put my money on Aubameyang or Lacazette scoring on City. I will put my money on it.
Yeah,
and I don't know,
but they'll still
City.
lose.
So you got
minutes.
Okay, you got your boy Jesus scoring.
Yeah,
and Mahrez.
Hat-tricks.
I think I got a tie.
Did you
I'll take a tie. 3-3.
3-3. Wow.
3-3 tie. City. Arsenal.
City is definitely susceptible at the back, but that's saying a lot.
Who's gonna score 3 goals? Ozil by himself.
Lacazette and Aubameyang.
Pepe.
I'm betting on them scoring.
Pepe just scored a screamer.
Yeah. on Otamendi and whoever else they got back
Fernandinho, man, because Stones is hurt too.
Those are high-risk gambles.
Sign me up for that.
Stones is hurt too. They're either gonna have to play Fernandinho and Otamendi or Fernandinho
Silva's out, son.
Rodri.
Silva's out too.
Stones
Silva's
is out.
Aguero's out. And
they got Jesus, they got
still
Foden,
hurt.
they got Silva, they got
this
De
guy
Bruyne.
said Foden right now.
Yeah,
Silva's out.
This guy said
Bernardo's
Foden.
in.
Okay, well if he's out, then Foden's gonna start or Gundogan.
I think you're missing the point here.
Look,
They still have players. Not that they're missing players.
one thing I'll
it's
give
not like they're
City-
going to drop off.
City has
There's no
easily the
drop-off.
best
They already dropped
midfielder
off.
in the league.
You can't see the drop off yet, and it's so beautiful how you can't see the drop off yet on City.
It's so beautiful.
They're still
Because
yes,
you're
there's a
still
drop-off in
convincing
the
you're
defense.
still convincing
Defense.
yourself
Look,
that
look it right there. They're right
you're
there
still
on TV.
they lost to Man U. So they look Pep is frustrated. We haven't talked about what's at stake here for City. More pressure, being favorite. The favorites in the Champions League tend not to win. Hence how you like saying crazy shit like that Bayern's going to win all the time. You know, right?
They're not favorites.
Liverpool
They're
wasn't
not
favorites
favorites.
last year. They won it. And I guarantee you before that, Madrid wasn't favorites each year when they won
I
it.
would argue that.
Right?
I would
They
argue that
weren't.
Liverpool got really lucky.
That's
When?
I don't know
Against
who
Spurs?
argues that.
No, against Barca. when
I
they
don't
weren't
know,
favorites. Obviously they weren't favorites because they weren't expected to beat Barca.
Look,
after
if they
that
had won
result.
1-0, if they had to overturn like a 1 or 2-0, I'll give you lucky. But
Yeah.
they scored 4 fucking
It was
goals.
a weird I didn't like.
They scored 4 goals, bro.
I hated last year's champions.
4 goals.
It was a boring final. I was like,
At
all this
Anfield.
excitement.
You
for
can't beat a
for no
European night in
reason.
Anfield, bro. Come on.
Just you got Messi, we got Messi too. I like Barca.
Last match, boys. Liverpool plays Watford. I don't even know why I'm even asking this.
I got Wofford.
Come on.
New coach, new players, all excitement.
Stop
1-0.
it.
Get him out of here.
1-0.
Stop.
Chacal.
Watford is at the bottom of the
Chacal.
table.
Yeah, bottom of the table teams beat the top table.
Man, that might
Why
have
not?
been.
Why not? It happens.
No.
It happens.
Klopp is going to roll
New
out.
manager too.
Dude, Klopp is going to roll out freaking
Van
Shaqiri again.
Del
He's
Cruz
gonna-
scores 1 goal.
He's going to
It's
roll out
1-0.
Origi to start 2.
Del-
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to roll out a midfield of like Henderson.
Keita. He
Yeah,
might play.
Keita and like the Ox.
No, Ronaldo, who never fails. And I want to bring
Rotation.
it.
They're
and
gonna
I want to
rotate
bring
again,
up.
and they're
I
gonna
want to
win
bring
again.
up.
I think they're
Pius-
gonna drop a dud and be like, "Damn, nothing worked today."
Yo,
Bottom of the table
please tell
team.
me you're joking. You're
They're gonna
joking.
drop a dud, and that's
No.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Nah, no, hell no. They've lost twice this whole calendar year. And you remember who they lost to? They lost to
Okay,
Man
I've seen
City.
Crazy. Something crazy has to happen. You
Man
know.
City and
It's getting
Napoli.
Too predictable.
Man City and
Where's
Napoli.
the unpredictability, huh? Where's the unpredictability?
The unpredictability is the 8-point lead they have right now.
boring,
14
though. I
over
wanna
Man
see-
City.
I want to see
It's
the
in
last
it's
table
in the
team.
beauty that you can't see the drop off that has clearly
I want to
occurred.
see Norwich City versus City.
You're not understanding it. That's
Norwich
what's going
beat
on.
City.
They did.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
want to see that
You're
again.
right.
I want to see that again.
I don't know if they will, man. City
I
City
think,
this year is
uh,
not built like Liverpool.
I think
I think
City
rotation.
play Arsenal.
The
Crazy
rotation.
shit.
City play Arsenal and then Leicester still.
Okay, but would you argue this would be the time it happens though?
Crazy shit. I don't know.
Because they're
man.
rotating.
Tell
They're
me they
rotating
tie
the
one
squad.
game.
They're
You got
rotating
2
the squad.
wins?
I'd see Liverpool losing to Leicester before they lose to Watford.
Yeah, I guess.
Again,
You have Allison and Van Dijk at
No,
the
yeah,
back,
Yeah, they're not gonna lose, bro. Okay.
and then you have the middles.
I don't know, man. But at the same time, though, England, right? You remember how they would say, right? Go do it on a rainy night in Stoke, right? And Stoke would just go and park the bus in the back and just
Yeah,
batter you.
don't know.
Nah,
Right.
not when you're in this fine of form, 15-1 tie.
We'll see.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
then
even lose.
getting goals from all sides. Yeah, no. Liverpool, all the way. Come on.
They're giving up more
steamroll.
goals, but I mean,
We'll see. They're bound to lose. 55 games, bro. At least one more loss.
They're going to lose the one in the Carabao Cup where they send their U23 team.
yeah, and that won't even be the real team.
Exactly. It'll be their U23s. It's not even a big deal.
Do you understand that part of what we've said with this Liverpool team is that this is the fittest team I've ever seen.
They're young.
Hands down, the fittest team I've ever seen in my life. Right? This Liverpool squad has legs for days.
Yo, who are their doctors? Who are
Dude,
their
you ain't-
physios?
I'm telling you, this team has no chill with
Yeah.
the going up. Mane, you
These
think
guys
Mane?
don't get hurt.
Yeah, Milner,
Meanwhile,
Firmino. they're-
Dembele gets hurt sneezing. Like, what the fuck?
Fitness is an important part, and Klopp knows to get that up. He's all with that science stuff too. He's got players running, and he's just got them eating fish. I don't know, but
Advanced analytics. It helped in baseball, too.
it's a beautiful thing right now. What's going on with Liverpool, and it's a shame.
All right,
They-
well, that's pretty
can't
much
see
all
the
I got
top
for you
one.
guys. That's all we got for this week. Again, the Champions League draw for the round of 16, that's the knockout stages starting in February, is on Monday. So,
I wanted to say something with that. Since we can't predict who will win, let's predict some ideal finals or maybe some type of we can't even see the bracket yet, right? Because we won't know who will be in some
no,
side.
they just separate the ones and the twos into different
That's
pots.
it, right?
Yeah.
That's a weird. I
They have
swear, if
prob-
we get some same draws as last year, if we get
They have
Atletico
probability,
Juve
right?
again, if we get
And they can't,
Bayern Liverpool again,
and they can't play a team that they've already played, right? So Real Madrid can't play PSG in the next round because they've already played in the groups.
okay, I guess it's a good rule, but it's still
They have a couple of probabilities where it's like you got a 25% chance of playing.
an
this
ideal
team.
an ideal final for me. I guess I said it earlier.
They're just
but
saying like Barca might really get Chelsea, and I think that could be a tricky draw.
Real
for them.
Madrid could get Liverpool.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They're also there's like summer matchups that are like pretty bound to happen again, like Liverpool, Madrid.
There's a lot of sleeper teams this year. I think it's divided how we said earlier, but a cool final for me would be like Liverpool City, or even like how you said it the other day, Juve, Barca. That would be cool again.
Another all English final, or the repeat of the 2015
Juve
final?
Barca would be dope. Yeah,
That was 2015.
yeah.
All English final, City Liverpool.
I would like that too. Yeah, or something crazy. PSG Madrid.
Yeah.
Something cool. I mean, that's how it should be this year. That's how it's lining up, because there's no way around that the favorites are going to be at the end. You know, like
Yeah.
it's going to be one of those, like, I mean, it's going to be a thriller this year. It's
Gone
gonna
are the
be-
days
yeah.
where Porto and Monaco play in the final. Gone are those days. But yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure you keep an eye out on the draw, see who plays who in the next round of Champions League. Watch the Clasico on Wednesday.
Who we take there? We took Barca.
I'm taking
You took
Barca. Barca
You
at
took
home.
Barca
Barca
too?
at home, yeah.
I took Barca too.
Barca at home for sure. Messi magic
I hope
again. He's
We're
on
gonna
a
get
tear.
shown up.
He's the greatest of
Fucking-
all time. So yeah, watch that. Watch the matches this weekend, and we'll come at you
The
next
draw.
week. Let you know how the Club World Cup has started, how these teams are matching up, and get you a little bit more prepped for the Christmas period in England. Once again, quick shout out to Donkey Tron and the Full Heel Studios for hosting us. Shout out to Brother Nero for hooking it up with the drink over here on the side, which may or may not be a bad thing, depending on who you ask. Quick little plug, sorry. The Rewrites were playing in Pilsen at Simone's, also on Wednesday the 18th. Free show with a lot of local fire-ass bands, so check that out if you're in Chicago, in Pilsen. And also, tomorrow, look out for the Fight Companion on the Full Heel Network. There's some big UFC fights tomorrow, y'all. Check those out on Full Heel Network with Donkey Tron, our host, and the Nose El Tucan, probably, amongst others. But yeah, thanks again. Share it. Check us out next week. Ask us questions. Talk your talk. See you next time. Get this mic out of my face.
Football on Full Heel.